The old woman, seeking revenge, planned to become an 18-year-old, but just before the surgery, she called her enemy.
Bei Jianxing.
Who?
You can't tell it's my voice already? Don't you worry, I'll go and get it right away.
It turned out the old lady was a powerful underground marquise in Southeast Asia, controlling the region's flower trade. But one day, her subordinates betrayed her, rebelling right at the transaction site. Yet, facing a dozen armed men, the marquise remained unfazed, even miming a gun with her hand. Her men thought she was crazy, but as she waved her hand, they all instantly dropped dead. Marquise had long sensed something was off with these men, so he'd placed snipers on a nearby hilltop. Once his hand signaled, the snipers would instantly fire. As all the traitors fell dead, his assistant flew in on a craft. Marquise had a man transfer the money to an account. The man thought he could go home afterward, but Marquise suddenly had his assistant get rid of him.
You know just a little too much.
In just 1 single second.
The Marquis thought he was safe, but his clever subordinate had anticipated being silenced. He'd transferred money and prepared a body underwater, pulling a golden cicada trick to escape. When a game over pop-up appeared, the Marquis realized he'd been played, swearing to tear his subordinate to pieces. But to escape the Marquis's pursuit, he fled to Korea for plastic surgery. His nose and chin were raised, his vocal cords slightly altered. He completely transformed his face. Even his own family wouldn't recognize him. Now this is Marquise, Southeast Asia's richest underworld boss. His henchman took just 2 extra bags of flour, so he had a plastic bag put over his head. Without a word, he suffocated the man to death. To destroy the evidence, he ruthlessly set the place on fire before leaving. Yet, this ruthless man, whom no one dared to cross, had a subordinate who stole $1 from him, faked his own death, and fled to Korea for plastic surgery, transforming himself into a new person. When Xiao Lei's twin brother heard of his death, he couldn't believe his brother was dead. To find the truth, Da Lei rushed to Mabu to check his brother's home. But as he entered the room, a box suddenly hit his head. It turned out she was his brother's girlfriend, investigating Xiao Lei's death. Unaware Da Lei was Xiao Lei, she hit and scolded him fiercely. As the scene grew tense, a lock-picking sound came from outside. Sensing danger, they quickly jumped out the window, fleeing to a bustling market. But just then, a car suddenly knocked them down. It was the Marquis's men who grabbed them into